What is up, guys? K-Man Rocks 1998 42 here, and I really apologize for not getting a lot of videos up lately. I've had a lot of computer problems. Just everything going a little wrong with some of my save files. So, yeah, I really wanted to get something up for you guys, but I'm not ready for, a Let's Play yet, because none of my save data from what I've been doing is back. So, I thought I'd bring you guys another one of these Pokemon Team Builder, little episodes where I build a team and then show it off in battle on Pokemon Showdown. So, yes, we are going to be taking a randomly generated Pokemon and building a team around them. So, as you can see here, I am on StatTrek.com, numbers 1 through 649. Calculate, let's see what we get. And the number in the Pokedex that we get is number 492. So let's go over here to Bulbapedia and look for National Pokedex number 492. Right? Yes, 492. Gotta make sure you have that right. And 492 happens to be Shaman. So that's interesting. Shaman is the one we're going to be building our team around. If I'm correct, Shaman is in UU, which I am correct because he is on my UU team for this month, at least. As you guys know, I change up my teams monthly to counter the metagame because that's just how I play. And I have Shaman on my UU team, so I guess we're going to be building a UU team around Shaman. So what I like to do now is I like to go to Smogon, or I like to go to Showdown. As you can see, these are my teams for this month. New team, since Shaman's in UU, we're going to be making a UU team. Let's name this Shaman. Let's go ahead and save that. Then edit it. We're going to throw Shaman into the team, of course, because team name Shaman can't have anybody but Shaman. And then I like to go over here to beldum.org. And there's this really cool thing that they have for synergy, and you can choose any Pokemon and it'll calculate the best Pokemon synergetic-wise. Is synergetic a word? I have no idea. But they have a combined score, and you can just look and see who has the best synergy with the Pokemon. I was looking at Stoutland earlier because I was really thinking about doing a team with Stoutland. But let's go ahead and put Shaman in there. Tier, we're going to want to put UU, and calculate that. So, there you go, as you can see, the best, synergetic person to pair him up with is Bronzor, which is very, very interesting. Bronzong might be a special interest to our team, but, since we are running a grass main team, I want to try and run a fire, water, grass, core. That would be helpful. So, Shaman could be my grass type. I see that a good steel type, actually just a good water type that would help counter, especially water steel, like Empoleon, would be nice to pair up with Shaman because of its immunity to poison, plus it resists flying, bug, and it 4 times resists ice, while Shaman resists ground and electric for the water types. Well, yeah. So, I think Empoleon would be the best choice to go for here. So, we're going to throw Empoleon on this team. Usually, I'm not just throwing people on like that, but I really want to get, I want to get this done faster than I got the first one done, because, that first one took a really long time. As you can see here, the next good fire type on the list is Magcargo. Since he is part rock, he resists flying, poison, and he 4 times resists fire, which is very helpful to a grass type like Shaman, while Shaman in return resists ground and water for Magcargo. As you can see, we could also choose a flash fire ghost type like Litwick or Lampent. There's also things like Arcanine or Rapidash that could work, but I think I'm going to go with Magcargo because he's a little higher on the list. Since he is part rock, I think I'm going to throw, Magcargo or Lampent on here. That's a good call. I think I'm going to go with, Lampent, actually. Because, I feel Lampent's actually stronger. They both have the same synergy rating, but I feel Lampent has a little more better strategy to it. So I'll throw Lampent on here. As you can see, we have our core down now. We have Shaman as our grass type, Empoleon as our water steel type, and Lampent as our ghost and fire type. So yes, what I like to do now is I like to pick a good lead. And a good lead Pokemon is somebody who can set up Stealth Rocks or maybe an anti-lead. So, as I'm looking through who we have here in UU, who I usually use as my lead in UU, which a lot of people don't use, I use Bisharp, because Bisharp, first of all, it can hit decently hard, and has access to both Stealth Rock and Thunder Wave, and it's a good counter to a lot of leads in UU, so I think I'm going to throw a Bisharp on my team, because I want to show off how it can work in a team like this. So yeah, now we come down to the final two Pokemon, and we look back at Shaman, since this is a team built around it. I'm gonna look at Pokemon who have good synergy with Shaman. Pokemon like, Bronzong, I guess, Bronzong? Bronzong's also a Steel type, though, so I'm not sure if I want to throw it on a team with Empoleon. So I'm gonna look down, see if I can find anything else that we don't already have a type for. A bunch of waters here. Water seems to be a good type. Already have all of them. An electric type here, since it resists flying as well as, while Shaman resists ground, it looks like an electric type would be nice to have. So let's go back to UU. Let's look at types, sort by type, and let's look at some pure electric types that we have. We only have one that's Raikou, but we could also throw somebody like Rotom Heat or Zapdos on here. It doesn't look like any of them would be higher. Raikou does have pressure and or Volt Absorb, so I believe its ability is going to be a little better. So, yeah, I think I'm going to throw Raikou on this team. Raikou would be a cool addition. I don't think I've ever used a Raikou on a competitive team, but I have used a Raikou before. And then, for somebody to complement Raikou, I like to type Raikou into here, UU Gen 5, and, look and see who complements him well. So it looks like good flying type, since we already have a water. Let's see if we can find a good flying type to pair him up with, a good normal flying type. The only one here is Togekiss, but I've been really wanting to try out Togekiss. So, since it's immunity to ground, and, Raikou can absorb electrics for them. I think I'm gonna try that out. I think I'm gonna throw Togekiss on this team. So, yeah, that's all of the Pokemon, already down. So, basically, all we have to do is figure out what movesets we're gonna use. Bisharp I'm gonna start with. Item, we're gonna throw a Focus Sash on him. Ability, we're gonna go Inner Focus. I feel that is the, most handy. We're going to do a little bit of a new set here that the Showdown doesn't know too well. Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave. I like to throw on Substitute or Protect. I think I'm going to go with Protect. And a good stab type move like Iron Head that can also cause flinch. So I usually just go with the suggested spread for stuff like that. So yeah, Bisharp, that's usually the typical set that I will run for him. Not too difficult of a thing to choose. I really want a Choice Scarfer on my team, and I'm thinking about scarfing somebody like Shaman, which would be interesting, which is probably what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna scarf Shaman. Item, Choice Scarf, why not, right? Because I always want to have a Choice Scarfer on my team, and he looks like the most valuable option. I like to keep these two open for more options, so I like to do it in my core. So yes, with the Choice Scarf, we're gonna want moves like Seed Flare, Earth Power, Air Slash, and let's see, what else does he have access to? Hidden Power, let's see. Well, a lot of counters to grass are Fire, Flying, Ice. Trying to think of common. How would you beat a grass type? Let's go back to Shaman here. Flying, Poison, and Ice. So something like a Steel would be helpful, or a Rock. Hidden Power Rock might be helpful. I know that's not on a typical set. Or even Hidden Power Fire to take care of the ice types that want to bother me, which is, I think I'm going to run Hidden Power Fire. Run a special Scarf. Shaman with Seed Flare, Earth Power, Air Slash, and Hidden Power Fire on it. Modest Nature, max Spec Attack, max Speed, a little bit of Spec D, just so it can take some hits. I'm going to have one of these guys be a little bit bulkier, and one of them be a little bit more of an attacker. I think I'm going to make a bulky Empoleon. With its great typing for defense, I'm going to give it Leftovers and Torrent, because I don't think Defiant's even out yet. Give it Scald, Roar, something like Ice Beam, and Grass Knot. Sounds like a good set. More utility, not really a special sweeper. I'm probably going to get rid of Grass Knot and add something like, let's see what we have here. Toxic would be fun to run on it. Physically Defensive, that would be a fun set to run on it. Except for the Scald Toxic, but can it learn Will-O-Wisp? Can it learn Will-O-Wisp naturally? Because that would be interesting. And it cannot. That would be really cool, if Empoleon can learn Will-O-Wisp. But it can't. I'm not going to run a Scald. Not running Scald Toxic, that makes no sense. Scald, really only running it for the chance of Burn, and Toxic Poison doesn't make much sense. I could run something like, I could run another Stealth Rocker just in case Bisharp gets taken out, which I think is what I'm going to do, make him physically defensive. Bold Nature, max HP, max defense, and a little bit of special attack so it can hit a little bit harder with stuff like Scald and Ice Beam. So yeah, let's move on to Lampent, who is going to be our Life Orber, so we can hit a little bit harder with Flash Fire. That makes sense. We'll make him a Calm Minder. A Calm Mind Life Orb with Fire Blast, Energy Ball, and Shadow Ball. Bulky Special Sweeper is what we're going for. Max HP, max Special Attack. A little bit of Special D with a Modest Nature. Like the set. Makes a lot of sense for something Lampent would run in UU. You don't see a lot of Lampents in UU. Actually, I don't even know why I'm running Lampent. What am I doing? I'll just run this exact same set as Chandelure. I keep thinking Chandelure's OU because I use it OU. I don't use Chandelure in UU. I use it in OU, and it works perfectly fine. So I keep thinking, so Chandelure is going to be my fire type. Not sure what I was thinking there. And that's going to be the set it's going to run. It's going to be running a Calm Mind, Fire Blast, Energy Ball, Shadow Ball set. I already did Bisharp. Raikou. I want one of these to be more defensive. I'm actually thinking about running a specially defensive Togekiss, which is probably going to be my best option, as Raikou is not going to be, which I'm not going to run a defensive Raikou. So, Life Orb, Volt Absorb, because that's released, I think, I hope. Run a sub Thunderbolt, Aura Sphere, and, let's see, what else do we have here? I could Volt Switch. That would be an interesting thing to add, which is, I think is what I'm going to do. But Life Orb with Substitute's probably not the best option. So, let's go with something that can hit. It can learn Extreme Speed, so, Extreme Speed, Thunderbolt, Aura Sphere, and Volt Switch seems like a good little combo to me. A fast special sweeper, it's got priority, it's got switch initiative. Good. Looks like a good solid thing. Max special attack, max speed, a little bit of physical attack so it can hit with Volt Switch and extreme speed. Hasty. Really, I want this to be more of a mixed attacker, Raikou. Is what it's going for here. But, yeah, moving on to Togekiss. Let's make him a little bit more defensive, or her, it's random gender. Leftovers. With, let's give it Serene Grace. With the moves. Wish. Air Slash has a good attack. Thunder Wave. And, I want to give it Roost, but it wouldn't make sense to have Wish and Roost on the same set. Let's see. I'm looking. Not really much here. It's gonna be, with Air Slash, it's gonna be more of a physical attacker, I guess. If I am running Air Slash, it's gonna be more of a physical attacker. Which means I could give it something like Zen Headbutt, which would be interesting. What are its stats again? I don't use Togekiss ever. Oh, it's got poor attack. Don't give it Air Slash. Oh, Air Slash is a special move. Derp. I'm sorry. I haven't played Pokemans in a while, I guess. So I'll give it something like, what's gonna take me down? Electric, so a ground type move. Ice, so a fire type move. Hidden Power Fire would be interesting. Throw Hidden Power Fire on there, make it specially defensive, max HP, max Spec D, a little bit of Spec Attack, Calm Nature, and yeah, that's the set. So there you go. There's my team made in like 2 seconds. Doing that as quick as I can. Trying to make that a little more bearable for you guys, because I know the last one was really long. So let's go into the lobby here, and look for a UU match, if this will load. Look for a UU match with my Shaman team. Look for a battle. Just to show it off. Your team was rejected. Raikou. Oh, Raikou. Oh, its Dream World ability isn't released yet with Volt Absorb. I believed it was. I believe I've seen a Raikou with Volt Absorb in the game before. Like in the metagame. I think somebody cheated to get that. But oh well, Pressure's not that bad of an ability. It's not like it's gonna hinder me too badly. So let's go ahead and look for another battle now. Just waiting. Your team was rejected. Raikou must come. That gives it a rash nature. I have to have a rash-natured Raikou. Alright, not too big of a deal, I guess. I would like to have my own ability, but I guess I can't. I can't have Hasty. I have to have Rash, which does what? Plus special attack minus Spec D. That makes me more of a special attacker more than a mixed. But it's not. Yeah, at least I'm getting something that's beneficial to me and not like plus physical defense minus special attack or minus speed. That would have been terrible. So we're gonna go ahead and look for a battle. And we get into one against Fatawa. And I don't want that to echo for you guys, but you can hear that. And we're gonna choose Bisharp as my lead here. As we can see, his team. He's probably going to be leading with a Zoroark or something of the manner, or an Ambipom. Actually, he leads with Chinchino, which I'm kind of surprised you don't see a lot of Chinchinos in UU much. Just to see what this thing has, I'm just going to throw out some Stealth Rocks. If I can connect, it's going to go for Tail Slap, which means this is the real Chinchino. Since it is going to hit 5 times. Probably, if he does have he obviously does have the, whatchamacallit ability. I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks. Bisharp takes that like a champion, because he's just a boss. And I really don't like this Chinchino, so if I want to do anything to it, it's just going to I'm going to miss, he's going to miss Tail Slap. And I'm going to go ahead and paralyze him, because I really hate Chinchino. And, let's see if anything on my team is a fighting type move. I should have. Oh, I have, Raikou with Aura Sphere. So, I'm gonna switch out to, Raikou here. As it gets paralyzed, it's not able to move. And hoping it doesn't switch, I'm gonna go for the Aura Sphere. And it doesn't switch, it's super effective, and that's gonna be a one-hit KO on that Chinchino. So, I am able to take out his lead Chinchino early. He's gonna send in an Ambipom here for some reason. As it's gonna fake out, which for some reason it's much faster than I am. Who knows if it would have been faster than me without, if I had the, whatchamacallit. I'm gonna save Raikou. I'm gonna go back into Bisharp, because Bisharp's not gonna be, I'm assuming it's gonna go for something, oh, I was disconnected. Yeah, I was wondering why I was lagging. So, I guess you guys got to see half of a battle, and you get to see another battle. So, lucky you guys. I want to show you a full battle. Or maybe I can just rejoin? You still here, dude? You still here? He's still here. So, I'm gonna switch out to Bisharp because I want to keep my Raikou alive. Expecting something, but he actually goes for the low sweep here, and I was like, oh, ouch. So yeah, basically I'm just gonna leave him in as death fodder, hoping that, hoping nothing. I'm just gonna leave him in as death fodder, and then to outspeed him, I'm gonna bring in my choice Scarfed Shaman to, try and do some damage to him. What's gonna do the most damage to him? Probably a Seed Flare, if I can hit it. So, I'm gonna go for Seed Flare. Ooh, and it barely lives as it goes for probably the, Flying Gem Acrobatics, which it is, and Shaman is able to live. Great. And I'm gonna go for the Seed Flare, and I'm able to take out the Ambipom. So, Shaman does its job, taking out the Ambipom, with the, Seed Flare. Let's see what he sends in next. Probably gonna be, oh, I was expecting something like Togekiss, but he sends in Porygon Z. I'm just gonna leave Shaman in his death fodder now. It's not enough HP to salvage, but it really was Zoroark, and I'm able to one-hit KO it with, Seed Flare. Not sure why he did that. I'm just waiting for him to go into his Togekiss. Really, that's what I'm expecting here, but, I guess not. Just waiting, as he does finally send in Togekiss, and, I don't really see much point in keeping Shaman alive. Actually, he forfeited. So, yeah, we're gonna leave this battle. There was no point to that. I want to show you a full battle. I don't think you guys get enough just by seeing half of a battle where a guy forfeits. I want to show you a full battle. So here we get in a battle with, Kernokerbam, whatever that's supposed to mean. He also has a Zoroark, and a Gligar, and a Heracross, so he's got a very predictable team. And a Crustle, which you don't see a lot in, UU these days. But yes, my team is ready, so he's going to send out Crustle, I'm going to send out Bisharp, two typical leads here. Well, actually, probably not my typical lead, but, he's probably going to set up his Stealth Rocks, but instead, oh, he goes for the Earthquake. I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks, because, that's just how it works. Now, does anybody on my team have, oh, I have Togekiss. Expecting another Earthquake, I guess. I'm going to go into Togekiss, which I was correct at, and try and scare him out with the, threat of a, Aura Sphere. But he stays in, and I paralyze him. He goes for the Stone Edge. I was really hoping I would scare him out with the threat of Aura Sphere, which severely would have damaged him, but, I guess not. Do I have anything to counter that? I guess I have, either Shaman, well, not Shaman, Empoleon, really. So I'm gonna send in Empoleon here, who is not gonna be able to take an Earthquake, but I just hope I'm faster, since I know Crustle is an absolute slowpoke. And, I hope, what should I do, Scald, or, I'll go for the Ice Beam here. Hoping I'm faster. Empoleon's not the fastest, person on my team, but he is definitely, oh, and he gets paralyzed. How much did I do to him? 35 to 39. How much does he have left? 40. Oh, I should have just roared him out, which, I didn't get a chance to do. Earthquake. Why did he go first? That's kind of weird as I drag out Gligar, something I don't want to face. Of course, am I right? But Ice Beam, I guess, if, he switches into Heracross. As I go for the Ice Beam here, which is not going to do too much to Heracross. Empoleon getting some stuff back with leftovers, really just kind of stalling him out. And, Heracross now is, I'm just going to send in Chandelure because I can absolutely wall anything he wants to do to me. Predicting, I guess, the Fighting-type move in close combat, which I was getting, and which I am immune to. Now, looking on this team, his team is mostly weak to grass, with the exception of a couple people, namely Heracross and, Crustle. So, I think it'd be my best effort here to go for a Calm Mind, just in case he switches into Crustle to take whatever. He instead goes into Umbreon as I go for the Calm Mind. That was an interesting play. I guess it works, though. That Fire Blast is still going to be doing quite some damage, though, to that Umbreon. He's going to Wish up, but not sure how much that's going to do. I'm predicting the switch into something that can take the Fire Blast, namely something like Gligar or Slowbro, neither of which want to take an Energy Ball. Probably going to switch into Gligar. He instead goes for the Protect. I probably should have Calm Minded there predicting that, as he gets pretty much all of his health back. But, I'm not sure why he's staying in. Another Fire Blast is not going to be able to take him out, I'm sorry. I must have gotten max damage, or I must have gotten min damage this time, or something like that. But, whatever I do next should be able to take him out. I'm just going to play it safe, and I'm going to go for the Energy Ball. Because whatever I should do should be able to take him out. I do get the critical hit, which was not necessary, I'm assuming. So I take out that Umbreon. Not well, though. I took too much damage in that fight. It was not good for me. I want to save Chandelure, but I know I'm faster than him. I think I might be able to take him out in one hit with Energy Ball. But then again, his entire team, well, Heracross and, really the only thing I have to counter Heracross is, Chandelure. So I'm gonna have to keep him. And predicting something like a Scald or a Water Gun, I'm gonna go into, something like Shaman, who is Choice Scarfed and I know can, well then again, I do have Hidden Power Fire on both Shaman and, on Togekiss. But he ends up going for the Dark Pulse, and Shaman takes that relatively well. Now, predicting a Grass-type move, I'm suspecting. He's gonna go into his, one of his Bug types, namely Heracross. And to hit that, I think I'm gonna go with the, Air Slash, which has a high chance of critical hits. So I'm trying to outthink him. He ends up going into Crustle here, which is a little confusing. I probably should have went for something else, but Air Slash is going to be enough to kill him. So that's good. I'm able to take out... He probably just sent in his Death Fodder. Not really much else he could do with that Crustle. So here he sends in the Heracross. I'm Choice Scarfed. I'm not sure if he knows that. Maybe he thinks he can take me out, but he ends up just switching into Slowbro here. Probably... I don't know if he misclicked or if he meant to try and confuse me. But, Slowbro... He probably knows I'm, Scarfed now. So I'm gonna go into Raikou here. I'm gonna keep Shaman alive because, he is my only Choice Scarfer, and I'm probably gonna need him for a little bit later. So I'm gonna keep him alive. I know Raikou can take at least one Psyshock, and I know he's faster, so I'm gonna go for the, let's see, I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt here. I'm really thinking about going for the Volt Switch, but he's probably going to predict going the Gligar. No! Oh, he actually goes to Heracross, which is a little surprising. As I hit Heracross with the Thunderbolt. Wait, Oh, it's actually Zoroark, which has really frail defenses. Not sure why he brought it in at that time. So Zoroark gets taken out. He sends in Heracross. And, I'm just going to try and finish off the Heracross with an extreme speed. But he actually goes for the Endure. Not sure why. Trying to stall me out with a Life Orb. I guess. Oh, come on! Reconnect before this guy leaves, or else, is my internet, like, messed up right now? I don't seem to have bad internet. So, joining Showdown server. Am I back? Am I back? I'm back. Hopefully it'll let me be back. Hey, look, it's backwards. Okay, I'm back. And, he's probably gonna try and stall me out. So I'm just gonna go and... I'm gonna try an extreme speed, hoping he doesn't... I'm not sure. I never see Endure. I never see Endure, so I'm not sure. Oh, is he not back yet? Oh, I didn't even know he left. He must have left as well. Yeah, this video's been really long. I'm really... Alright, I think that's gonna be it. You've seen enough of this team, and this guy's not coming back. So, yeah, you've seen enough of this team. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a fun battle to, it was a fun team to make, I guess. And if you guys want to see more, you can always come back. You can always come back. So, yes, thank you guys, and I will see you next time.